All right, welcome to the Fast Break with head coach Tommy Lloyd. The Wildcats have a couple games at home before they hit the road again in the Big 12. And Coach, I know you're really happy with your team right now. And one thing you pointed out is the ability of your guys to build leads in games. And so make it simple for us. How do you go out and build a lead in a game?
Well, I mean, it's not easy. And, I think the main thing is you just have to run efficient offense and be smart on defense. You have to put those two things together, and you have to, you have to kind of stack possessions. We do a lot of drills in practice. We call ODO, offense, defense, offense, and can you score, get a stop, and score again. If you do that, you can create a little bit of a gap. And then the same thing defensively. You DOD. Can you get a stop, follow with a score, and then get a stop again. So anytime you can kind of sandwich, stops around a score, it kind of helps you. So we really don't make it much more complicated than that as you start breaking the game down into smaller segments.
All right, Caleb Love's the leading scorer on the team, but we've seen plenty of other guys with the hot hand. It might be Jaden Bradley, KJ Lewis. I could go on from there. It seems like in different games during the season, somebody's had that hot hand. How conscious is the rest of the team of that when they see a guy got that hot hand? They want to go to him, or is it just natural?
I mean, I think there's a little bit of both. I mean, I think, if your players feel like a guy is hot and, they get excited for him, they want to keep feeding him. But the main thing we always kind of talk to our guys about is, when you're hot, I mean, the best way to handle it is keep getting great shots. So, you don't want to get greedy. If you're hot and then you shoot a really hard shot, well, it's hard to make really hard shots. So a lot of times that'll cool you off a little bit. So we really just talk to our guys about making, make the right play, make simple basketball decisions. We want to pass the ball. We want to move, pass the ball, move our bodies, and, just connect. And then from there, kind of read and react to the game and hopefully at least a lot of easy shots.
So does part of that come in just getting to know yourself as a player as to where your best shot might come from?
For sure. Well, I mean, you know yourself as a player, know the system you're playing in, and then know your teammates. You got to kind of combine all those things. And, it would be great if it was a game where, it was played like it was on the whiteboard, where I write it up, these little lines and these little dotted lines and this and that. But, that's one facet of the game. But the game is really way more dynamic than that. So what's best is when the players, understand the team concepts and understand the fundamentals you want to play with, and they can find those opportunities on their own within the course of the game. That's what I get the most joy out of, is when our players, make a great play within the framework of the concepts we try to work on.
Best thing that your team has done defensively in terms of just improving in that area?
I think we just got a little more gritty. I felt like in some of these games, we were coming down in our half-court defense, and teams were running their entries or their early offense. We were kind of just jogging through and assuming they weren't going to shoot, and that's not how I want to play. And so our guys have done a lot better job the last couple of games being way more active early on defense, and then vice versa. You want to be active early on defense. Not allow the team to be comfortable, but then you got to close out the possession. You got to close it out with a great contest. To help encourage the team to miss the shot, and then you got to be tough as heck on the glass to get the rebound.
All right, Wildcats, a couple home games, and then it's off on the road again as the Big 12 schedule continues.